The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Mayfield on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackle made there by Trayvon Howard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
4 down. Gun.
To throw, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's Allen. His throw incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. He's got a man. Complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Green 39.
Allen now on 1st down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen going to throw deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut.
2nd down, Mayfield. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And this one is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Detroit!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And the Browns getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Right there. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Go.
They pitch it to Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Detroit! Gone!
Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Leopard!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mullins. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead He flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hurry up, here we go!
Handoff comes to Chubb. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To the air, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by T's Table. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mayfield now on second down. Robinson's got it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And incomplete here on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. On second down, here's Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now a play fake here on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. It is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. The point after is good, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mullins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Allen looks to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
And again, it's Chubb. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Forced out to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The 20. Give him 30 yards there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Gun! 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 I'm trying to collect.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Allen looking to throw on second down. He's going to air one out as his guys are in for 6. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And his pass incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And now it's 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
3-19.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Allen. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tease Tabor. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense have felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hey, I got him. That's me. Hot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And it's caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Extra point safely through, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who have been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Room here to run. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy lick come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Detroit! No, check. Patriot!
Allen going to throw. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Over! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only 1 time. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield now. They'll roll him out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Fights him off. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta.